I have the same frustration that I had when I was doing the first album, because there's a lot of people out there talking shit about, oh, he ain't gonna be able to do it again, oh, he's falling off. I ain't falling off shit, but diving boards, straight up.
You gotta have your eyes on the prize, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man, ain't nothing on this planet I can't do, you know what I'm saying? Real. That's how I feel, and that's why I'm gonna stay at the level I am, you know what I'm saying? On top of everybody, if not one of the best producers in the world, period.
The secret to my longevity, I think, is the fact that I'm a perfectionist, you know, and I listen to everybody's shit, you know. I mean, even R&B. I listen to classical music sometime. I listen to heavy metal. I just listen to everything, you know. And really, I listen to the whack shit more, you know, because I want to know what not to do.
I'm actually leaving this event right when I'm done and going to the studio and getting back in it, you know what I mean? So
yeah, my idea has always been to protect my brand and make sure that everything that I do was quality, and it was just hands down the best of its kind, of whatever that may be, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's been my thing from the top, just make sure that everything that I do is the shit, that's it.
It's not everything that you see in videos, you know? Most people in videos are fronting anyway. I think people are limited because they're very well influenced by people that's around them or people that's in the media, you know. You see somebody criticizing something, you're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like that. I'm only going to do what I like. The record business is exactly what it is, record business. And you have to take care of both, or they won't take care of you.
First of all, you have to make sure that this thing is for you and it's who you are and you're built for this, you know, and then you have to give it the passion that's necessary. You know, like I said, I don't do it for the money. The money is going to come. I do it because of the love that I have for it. You know what I'm saying? If I was a plumber or something like that, I still would make hip-hop records. That's how much love I have for it, you know. I feel like right now, I've been in the game close to 27 years, and I've actually thought about this just recently. Out of the entire my 27-year career, there's only been 2 weeks that I've been out of the studio. I've never been out of the studio longer than 2 weeks in my entire career. That's how much love I have for this thing that I do. So that's the thing, just the passion that you have for it, and really, really put your all into it, and make sure that your word is the last word. That way, you don't play the blame game or anything like that. If it comes out hot, it's on you. If it doesn't come out hot, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is to it.
No matter how hard you work in the studio, no matter what you do, you don't know if people are going to dig it, you know? For me, some of the records that I'm real pumped up on that I do are not the ones that hit, you know? You never know. I do feel like I got to get in and do my music to the best of my ability, you know, and I feel like I'm my worst critic, you know. If I'm not digging it, it ain't the shit. What I think has to change for people, as far as longevity, is looking at people that have made it in the business. You know, Quincy Jones, people like that. That's my mentor right there, because he started at a young age the same as I did, and he's still doing his thing and having fun with it. You know, it ain't about who has the flyest car, who has the most jewelry, you know. It ain't about that. It's about saving and preparing yourself for when your shit ain't happening no more, you know, because it's going to happen sooner or later. You know, you never know when, you know. When Dr. Dre falls off, if and when that happens, I'm cool. I'll never have to touch another button as long as I live, straight up. I'm cool, you know. And that's what you have to think. You have to say, okay, I know I'm going to fuck off some money, so let me put this money over here to fuck off, right? And let me save this. Let me save this. Take care of your taxes, take care of all that shit. You got to make sure you're prepared when the shit gets thick. But for me, it's just fun. I love doing it. I love making music. I love creating. I love listening to it. I love listening to somebody that does something different and creative, because it pumps me up into getting in the studio. And it also makes money. It's going to better my life and my family's life. So it's all good. You may see people talking about how if they get a lot of money or something like that, they're going to stay in the ghetto, they're going to stay in the projects. That means if you're staying there, you're going to allow your mother and your family to stay there also. And that's bullshit, straight up, you know. the change has to happen somewhere in your generation. You know, for my family, I'm saving money, and I want my kids to start on another level. I don't want them to start in the projects. No, that means they have to build for their families. If they start at a higher level, you know, their families are going to get better. That means your generation down the line, they're going to have a foundation, you know, and I'm going to set the foundation. Just know your business and know what you're getting into before you get into it. Straight up, because this is a fucking dog-eat-dog world. Straight up.
The object is to make enough money to not have to work for anyone.
Right.
Then invest in your own businesses. And go legit. Get away from the shit, because we know the dead end is down one of these streets.
Side note, I'm in the first episode of Power. Go ahead.
He's in the joint. Mm-hmm. So, like, that whole concept is what it's about. Like, I grew up under that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I don't see them actually want to accomplish having enough, you know what creates cool around you now? How you dress. They're so into fashion that urban culture is gone. There's no urban clothing. It's complete high-end, high-fashion. Like, Gucci make a hat with half your head fit on it. And they be like, this Gucci. I don't know what you talking about. This is hot. A lot of people follow. A lot of people are followers. Generally, if not, we'd have problems. We have too many entrepreneurs. We have too many successful people. Like, look how many people go through business classes. If everything you needed was in that actual business class, in that book, it'd be too many successful business people. Right. How many people graduate? Matter of fact, the professor wouldn't have the time to sit there and teach you. That knows this book damn near verbatim, page by page. He knows it, right?
Because he'd be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, he's too busy. I'm doing way too much right now because I got the palm trees and we selling so much stuff that I'm doing that I ain't quite got time to teach no motherfucking class right now because I'm winning.
Right.
Now, why would I be teaching the class? Wait, maybe I'll do it once, a seminar. But he ain't going to commit to teaching no class if he's doing that well in business himself.
Acting is my first love. I went to School of Performing Arts. I studied. I wanted to be an actor. But due to the poverty and the natural circumstances that stopped me, like being poor and homeless and all of that, I never got a chance to leisurely study acting with great teachers and, you know, fine-tune my craft. What I did do, though, was throw myself into the streets and learn as many experiences as I could. So now that I have the opportunity now to relax, exhale, and actually work on the craft, I have so many things to draw from, and it makes it where I'm comfortable now with this, where I wasn't doing those other movies. It was just like a hobby. Now I'm an actor, and I don't want anybody to take that from me and say, you're a rapper who's acting, because you would hardly pay me this, and you would hardly get these scenes that you're getting if I was a rapper just acting, you know what I mean, for the check. So I'm an actor. I just happen to rap on my spare time instead of being a waiter. So whatever I do, good or bad, you know, it's got me out of where I was. It's got me out of the jaws of death. So now that I'm out of the jaws of death, I don't mind all the foggy breath from the people who don't like what I said to get out of there. I'm just happy I'm not there anymore.
Instead of a role model, I want to be a real model. Because a role is a role, you know what I'm saying? If I always play like I'm so goody-goody, then somebody see me doing something bad that every human being has to go through, and they're going to go, wait a minute, he ain't cool, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll let him down. But if I be me, I can never let anybody down. Because I'm going to have to be me.
But you say that kind of like do as I say, not as I do. Because you have a message, and you want people to hear that message, but not necessarily to emulate.
Right. I don't want anybody to follow me whatsoever. I don't want to argue. What I want you to do is to listen. We got to stand up at some point and just stop stuttering. Like Sister Soldier says, I give her maximum props. Stop stuttering, stop knee buckling, and just say what you mean, and say it loud. So everybody here, you can only be wrong once. But all this cowardly lying, standing behind the speaker stuff, we got to come out and say what we got to say.
Where do you see yourself in 20 years from now?
If God give me breath for 20 more years, I see myself changing the world. Because my thought patterns are so opposite of what's the norm.
Really?
So I would have to change the world, or I have to be changed by the world.
I have no patience for anybody that doubts me. None. At all. It's too hard out here.
I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine. And I will do anything to protect and feed my family.
Everybody's getting pimped. Whether you work a 9 to 5 or whether you work for yourself, you're getting pimped by somebody. That's not the crime. The crime is how long you allow yourself to get pimped. You have to come up. Everything is a come up. Everything is a struggle. You start from the bottom, working to the top.
You can't be a king until you've made yourself, until you've done something. And I've accomplished my goals. My goals are set out to make me a man. Now I feel like I'm a man now. I set out goals to make me a king. Now I'm not a king of anybody else but me. In my heart, that I'm a man's man. I'm a man's man. I made myself. I'm a millionaire by my own hands. You know what I mean? I fight for myself. I've been fighting for myself. I'm a struggler, a striver. I take care of my family. I take everything that you want. I do. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm real. I believe God blesses those that hustle, those that use their mind, and those that overall are righteous. I believe that your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm going to heaven. I believe God put us wherever we want to be at. Then it makes sense that God will put us in the ghetto. That means he wants us to work hard to get up out of here. That means he's testing us even more. That makes sense. It makes sense that if you're good in your heart, then you closer to God. But if you're evil, then you're close to the devil. That makes sense. I see that every day.
If he give you the voltage and you waste it, that's the curse. He gave me the voltage, I'm a shine. It's not mine. It's from God. It's God. Not that it's so special that nobody got it, but all of our gifts and blessings and our strengths and our weaknesses come from God. I can't explain why I shine and no one else shines. I think everybody shines in different things. And a lot of things I can't do. I can't play basketball like every other black person in America. But I can act. I know how to go to that true spot in myself because I'm there every day. I can be me. I can be whoever because I'm true to me. I could be the best actor anybody ever seen. Given a chance, the opportunity and the experience and the lessons from people, I could be the best.
You know, as long as you got your faith, you know, you can ride anything. There's nothing too scary where I'm gonna just give up. You know what I mean? I've seen hell and everything after it. You know, I'm somewhere where if you're persistent and efficient, you get rewarded. And that's what everybody wishes for. They can shoot me 5 times, call me a rapist and throw me in jail, and I'm gonna bounce back. I'm not gonna give up. You know what I mean? That shows the resilience of a young black man.
Tupac Shakur, that's unusual. Is there a meaning behind that?
Yeah. Determine to overcome my obstacles. It's a character builder. If you have a name that no one else has, you have to repeat it twice. You got to say it with extra feeling the second time. It builds character.